Should moms manage the money? Daddy has to work. You have to come pick us up. When Kimberly Palmer heard those words come out of the mouth of her 5-year-old daughter, she was dumbfounded. Both she and her husband have full-time jobs, so where had the little girl gotten the idea that daddy's work mattered more? Miss Palmer didn't know, but she took it as a call to action. Although she's written about the topic of money management for a living for many years, she wasn't handling many of the money management tasks in her own household. So her advice for heterosexual women in two-parent households in her coming book, Smart Mom, Rich Mom, is this: moms should be in charge of the management of household finances. All of them. Always. Many couples will bristle at the idea that any family task other than breastfeeding should be assigned on the basis of anatomy, even if they are often self-selecting in this manner by choice. In many households, men tend to manage family investments and taxes, and women, if they get involved in money issues, tend to focus only on everyday expenses and charitable donations. A 2014 UBS Wealth Management Americas report noted that when it comes to investing, it's men making the decisions alone half the time. Another 37% of couples shared the decisions, while just 13% of women made them alone. Among younger women, just 15% of millennials and 18% of Generation Xers were flying solo. Same-sex couples often have separate investment accounts and make individual decisions, which is probably a legacy of the fact that it was hard for them to marry and combine accounts until recently. One reason men may handle investing more often is that they tend to come into a marriage with more assets. A 2014 Wells Fargo study of millennials reported that the males had both a higher median household income, $83,000 versus $63,000 for women, and higher median assets that were available for investing, $59,000 versus $31,000. Or perhaps men simply like handling this task more. Does it really make sense to take it away from them? Miss Palmer pushes back against concerns over prescribed gender roles in 3 ways. First, women tend to be better investors. Studies have shown that men have a bit too much confidence and take a bit too much risk. One seminal piece of research in this area showed how badly men's investment returns suffered because they traded their stocks too often. A 2015 book called Women of the Street: Why Female Money Managers Generate Superior Returns, and How You Can Too, sums up the case for those who want to know more, or slip a treatise under their husband's pillow. Second, when mothers are the money leaders in the household, children take notice. For years, surveys of families have found that parents talk to girls less often about money than they talk to boys, and that teenage boys end up believing they will earn more. Miss Palmer clearly didn't much enjoy finding out that her daughter viewed her as a driver and her dad as an earner. Moms who manage the money serve as role models who can counteract some of these problems. Finally, many women will have to be in charge of the money sooner or later, so having some experience as the primary household money manager is essential. Women outlive men, and there are about 4 times as many widows as widowers in the United States, according to Miss Palmer's research. All of us who toil in the personal finance salt mines hear stories of widows who had to start reassembling their financial lives from scratch when their husbands died suddenly. When you are sad and older, you do not want to find yourself locked out of the household accounts, literally.